You, Justin. Miss Mitchell, how are you?
We're wonderful.
Wow. So, what are we going to see at Stone?
Well, we are headed to see a couple of teachers who are graduates of Fairfax County
Oh
Public
my
Schools.
God.
Sorry.
Okay, very good. No, you're the safety and school officer.
It'll be clean, yes.
What got you to come back to Fairfax?
Well, I had good leadership and examples and mentors when I was going through elementary, middle school, and high school. And then I found out that I really wanted to work with kids, so I felt like my calling was to come back to the middle school level.
Somebody's told me recently in the last year or two that student behavior, all student behavior, is just a form of communication. What's your take on that? What's been your experience when you think about that statement?
Well, being as though I am studying clinical mental health counseling, I really want to study.
A security officer studying clinical mental health counseling?
So
wow.
I'm really big into anxiety and depression, so I like to watch a lot of the students' body behavior and just kind of see how they act out. And sometimes it's like, if it's anger, that's a form of communication. You gauge on how to.
Anger is a form of communication, and part of it is seeing how can we better listen to that kind of communication. Our response to that has often been more a law of order response than it is, let me understand what needs not being met, or how can I hear what you're trying to say to me. Well, we're very lucky to have you in Fairfax County.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
meet
coming
you.
back. What is this class? What do you two teach together?
So this is our pre-algebra class. These are our lovely students.
Wow. Hi, lovely students. I'm Dr. Brabrand.
Dr. Brabrand, superintendent of FCPS.
What got you to come back to Fairfax?
Fairfax County is like one of the best school systems in the nation. And as a student, I recognize going through that, I'm like, wow, we are fantastic. We're high achieving. We really push our students. We want them to rock and roll.
When is the SOL?
We took it, and they don't know their scores yet, but they kicked butt.
They did a good job.
You are the longest serving teacher here at Stone Middle School.
I am.
29 years. So let's give her a big round of applause. Tell me how middle school is different. How is middle school different today than it was 29 years ago when you started?
Wow.
Just stay, guys. Go right.
Definitely technology is a huge piece. We did not have that.
Right. Did you have a pen and pencil?
I
or?
did, and
Okay.
a telephone where I'd call the parents if I had a concern. So it's good for the communication with the students and how I can teach them to be better researchers and writers. But it's also that great communication piece between parents and teachers, what's going on. The students take ownership of their grades by checking and seeing what's there.
Right. Well, technology is part of the future. It's a tool, and next year, the budget that passed last night, every high school student next year will have a laptop given to them, regardless of zip code or background, to be able to use and interface with teachers and one another and help create Portrait of a Graduate projects. So that's cool. Okay, we got to go. So Tracy, we just got a chance to see your amazing band and the work you're doing here, and we're so thankful for you being a part of the Fairfax County family. I understand your family actually was a military family who came and settled in Fairfax when you were in middle school. Tell me about the role that music and the fine arts have had on you as a student and now as an employee who's come back to share your passion with kids.
Absolutely. So where I grew up, most of our time was spent on the West Coast, and we didn't really have music as a part of our program. And when I came out here in the middle of 7th grade and didn't know anybody, that was kind of a way that I got plugged in and found all of my friends, was through that music community. And as we went through middle and high school, they became that solid group of people that you always count as kind of part of your family. They're like as one of my students once called it, a weird little family, that we're all very different people, but we have one thing in common, which is our music.
So music really is a connector. It's a thread between different people, different
really
personalities. Did you love music in middle school?
Yeah, I had Marcy Swift is currently the orchestra director at South County High School, and I had her at Holmes Middle School, and she was just fantastic.
Wow.
Just really fantastic.
So what do you want me to hear?
Could you Russian music box? Yeah? Okay.